in that last victory by the Sonics. And so now the slate is clean. We're underway, and the Sonics in green, the Lakers in gold, and Nate McMillan will be guarded by Magic Johnson. Double team on McDaniel. Good pass from McMillan to Lister, and Seattle takes the lead.
And they have a versatile offense, those Sonics. 3 players that can kill you both inside and outside.
Magic Johnson. This is the hook shot, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Laker ball. You're right, 3 guys. Chambers averaging nearly 25 in the playoffs. Ellis nearly 29. And McDaniel, who really killed the Lakers in the regular season.
That's the key matchup for the Lakers to stop.
McDaniel is guarding James Worthy. And the rebound by McMillan. He's a good rebounder for a guard. He's the rookie from North Carolina State. Ellis. Scott all over him. Forced to put up the shot. Magic with the rebound. Here's their fast break. Although the Sonics get back.
Their big job is to control that defensive glass to stop the fast break, the Lakers. They count on point explosions using that speed.
Byron Scott misses a 3. And there's Lister, who's come back from a broken bone in his foot. His timing is a little off, but he's got the speed that could help the Sonics today at the center.
He may be the X factor in this team, Alton Lister, and his speed up the court to help protect against the fast break.
Speaking of X factor, McDaniel missed that shot. Still 2-0 in favor of Seattle. Posting up his Magic, and his pass is out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniel. Lakers ball.
Sonics want to force the Lakers more to the half-court offense, but they're pretty devastating when they go to the half-court offense. They got 3 players that can play down low and score.
And they can also go to the perimeter and score. Not an easy team to figure out with their 3 guns. Magic has a shot blocked by McMillan, and a great play by Nate McMillan. So the Lakers 0 for 4 shooting in the early moments.
Lister has really showing that his foot is okay. He's running up a storm. He's beaten Kareem down 3 straight times.
Chambers inside the 3-point line hits the shot, and Tom Chambers, who was the MVP in the All-Star game, and this has become a bigger thrill for him.
And here's that delay tactic a little bit. Make him take an extra count to bring the ball up. That allows the Sonics big guys to get back and protect.
But the Lakers have exhibited more balanced offense. James Worthy coming in from the wing, and he's been the leading scorer in the playoffs for Pat Riley's team. And a 20-second timeout called by Bernie Bickerstaff. Unusual this early.
Well, I think they want to get their defense together a little bit, Bernie Bickerstaff. The real problem is, how do you play Kareem down a low post? He's been a dilemma for years. Do you double team him? He's such a great passer that if you allow somebody to be open, he'll find the open man. And if you play him one-on-one, he'll score over most guys. Here's a shorter man. Here's the double team, and one easy pass finds him so easily, and it's a cramp shot.
And Bernie Bickerstaff said that he wanted to make Kareem a passer. And, of course, he can burn you more that way. You've talked many times in the past of maybe making Kareem take a lot of shots and perhaps wearing down. He is 40 years of age.
And it's very difficult to defend against the Lakers when they double-team Kareem, because they rotate people through and they put defensive pressure on the lone defender there.
The Sonics have a winning record on the road in the playoffs. They're 3-2. They started out with 2 big wins in Houston in the last series. Chambers over Worthy. Worthy got a piece of it, and Dale Ellis misses inside. Loose ball foul called against the Sonics.
Interesting matchup. The Lakers have put AC Green on McDaniel because they know McDaniel likes to go to the board, and that will help them control the defensive rebound when AC Green's hanging around there.
And of course, if Worthy is on Chambers outside, he can break to the other end for the easy basket.
He also is able to get up quick to stop that outside shot by Chambers.
Worthy is doubled and is fouled going in. The officials this afternoon in game 1, Jack Madden and Mike Mathis, and Ed Middleton is the alternate working in this game. The personal foul is against Tom Chambers, and James Worthy will go to the line. Not only is Worthy led the Lakers in scoring, but he has turned his defensive play up a notch. So he has become really the complete player in postseason.
All season long, it has been his ability to get out with that speed and create that 3-man attack that has really posed the most problems for other teams.
Does anyone finish a break more spectacularly than this man?
He takes off from so far out that even if you got a guy back there, you're afraid to foul him.
SuperSonics lead by 1. A little less than 3 minutes gone by, first period. McMillan goes in, loses the ball. Credit Worthy with that, and it's a 3-on-1 break. Scott. Well, you can smother all you want, but you got to not turn the ball over, because that's an easy basket for the Lakers then.
Don't blink, or the Lakers will score.
There's another turnover, and here's another break possibility, although McDaniel slowed up Magic. And it's still Lakers ball, so the Sonics turn it over 2 times in a row up the court.
Magic is going to be the key man today, I think, primarily on the defensive rebounding aspect. If he can do a lot of defensive rebounding, come up with the ball himself, the break starts then.
Lakers perfect 5-0 at the Forum in postseason play. Kareem with Lister on him. McDaniel doubles. Scott. Sonics rotating very well defensively. Kareem is called for the offensive foul, and a good call by Mike Mathis.
Now, Lister looks like he's got his feet working in this one, because he took him to the middle, cut off the hook shot, and made him spin, and then moved those feet to create the charge by Kareem. Look at that. Great defense.
Sonics were 26 games worse than the Lakers in the regular season. McDaniel hits the shot, and Xavier McDaniel, who led scoring against the Lakers nearly 27 points a game, and the Lakers couldn't find an answer against him in their 6 games. Worthy. And Chambers gets the rebound for the Sonics. 6-5 Seattle. 4 minutes elapsed in the opening period of game 1.
Sonics have some good matchups to go to. I mean, Chambers can go inside against Worthy.
He just faked Worthy out of his shoes and gets the basket.
For a guy his size, he's got great ability to get a step on anybody.
Lakers in a set offense now, and they're isolating 2-man game, it looks like, between Scott and Kareem. A.C. Green from the baseline. Seattle by 1.
This is not the pace of the game the way the Lakers like to have it in the first quarter. They want this thing normally steaming up and down the court. The Sonics very successful so far.
Normally the Lakers move out to good leads in big playoff games. Ellis coming off the screen is fouled, and the basket counts, and that's going to be one play that the Sonics run over and over, and it's a play they're going to have to fight through. Ellis has been red hot, riding the hot hand, and it's going to be Byron Scott against him. How do you look at that matchup?
Well, he is a much bigger player than Byron Scott, and he's got speed of his own, Ellis, so that when he comes off picks, Scott is really going to have to work his tail to fight through and not trail the picks, so he can get on his shooting hand a lot quicker.
Scott with his first foul, and Ellis makes the 3-point play. Danny Young is now in at point guard, number 22 for the Sonics, more conservative than the up-tempo Nate McMillan.
Well, they have to go out and play Danny Young in the back court because he can hit the outside shot.
Something McMillan doesn't do. Steal by Xavier McDaniel. They rotated after the double on Kareem, and Chambers gets a fast break hoop for Seattle, and the Sonics lead by 6 now.
Sonics playing great defense now.
Scott. He's been hot and cold in the playoffs, and the Lakers could sure use a hot perimeter shooting Byron Scott today.
I think his outside shooting will be key in this series, because the more they're forced to the half-court game, the more he's going to have to shoot outside.
Nearly halfway through this first period, Scott fought through the pick nicely. Ellis had to give it up. And McDaniel turns it over. Scott.
And they've got that extra defender down there to protect the inside. Lister, as Kareem was way late getting back up into the offense.
Worthy travels, and a timeout, an official timeout with 6:10 remaining. 13-9, Seattle with the early lead. Power, performance.
I think these factors will be the most important in this series. Speed, the Lakers have always counted on their quickness of their forwards. I think it's even in that department. Rebounding I give to Seattle because they got 3 board bangers up front and a lot of guys on the bench that can pull it off the glass. Half-court offense goes to Los Angeles because they got multiple low-post players and they sure can hit that outside shot. And of course execution goes to Los Angeles because there's only one Magic Johnson, and boy does he read defenses.
5 And Tommy, what he did against the rest of the league, he also did against the Seattle Sonics, as those numbers attest. And the MVP honors are starting to come in for Earvin Magic Johnson, although the official word hasn't come down yet, but he's got to be the man.
I would say he's done just about everything you could ask a ball player to do this year.
Ellis comes around a Lister screen and hits. So Ellis, who scored 36 against Houston in the deciding game, makes it 15-9 under 6 minutes to go first period. Worthy, unstoppable from 4 feet. Young guarded by Magic Johnson. You'll see Bernie Bickerstaff use almost his entire bench. He used 11 players in the first half the other night. Chambers misses the drive, out of bounds, and it's going to be Lakers ball and a foul. Mike Mathis, a loose ball foul.
AC Green had to switch out and pick up Chambers, and there was a definite speed advantage on a quick step to the hoop against AC Green. Normally you think of him as an excellent defender.
Alton Lister, his first foul. Ellis challenging Magic. Penetrating is Scott, and he'll go to the line.
At the right of your screen, you're going to see Alton Lister, and he's just going to get up there and look at Kareem just lollygag up. That gives them 5 defenders, and they're trying to play 4 offensive people against 5 defenders. The advantage goes to the Sonics. That's where that speed at the center position is paying off.
Danny Young commits the foul, his first, and Clement Johnson has come in for Alton Lister. And Johnson, an experienced backup. He played with a title team in Philadelphia, and Lister, coming back slowly from the broken bone in his foot, goes to the bench. But the Sonics have committed 14 fouls to just 1 for the Lakers, and the lead now is 3 for the Sonics.
Sonics use so many people, they're not concerned a lot about fouls.
Ellis, pick and roll, Chambers, perfectly executed.
He has such a great vertical leap, and he's such a big guard that he can spot anybody going to the hoop.
Magic going in, and he's fouled inside. So the Lakers are getting good percentage shots. And into the ball game is Kevin Williams, as Xavier McDaniel goes out of the ball game.
McMillan playing Magic Johnson is kind of important because McMillan is a pretty aggressive defensive player. He's on the bench right now, and Kevin Williams is in, and Danny Young is in.
And Michael Cooper is in.
Right. But that matchup will provide McMillan with the long arms and ability to take away his passing into the low post a little bit and also slow him up on the fast break. Young doesn't give him that aggressive defense.
Sonics by 3. Kevin Williams, a rugged defender. He came from the CBA, as several of the Sonics. Ellis, this is a long-range shot. Byron Scott with a chance to bring the Lakers to within 1. Worthy, trip double team, and throws the ball into the hands of Danny Young.
Boy, that extra man up on defense is causing the Lakers an awful lot of problems.
Chambers inside, and it's still Seattle ball. The Lakers feel that the Sonics, a perimeter shooting team for the most part, are a kind of team that they've had good preparation against after going against Denver and Golden State in the earlier rounds. They feel they're in the groove defending against perimeter shooters. Danny Young misses there. Knocked out of bounds, Lakers ball. The only Laker lead was 5-4. And with 4:10 remaining in the first, it's 17-14.
Kevin Williams will go and harass Magic, and even though he presses him, he's a tough man to really get by.
Chambers on the switch. Williams picks up Worthy, and Worthy takes him to town. Lakers took advantage of that switch nicely.
That is Magic Johnson at his best. Pick out the best option. Nobody does it better.
Off a screen, and Michael Cooper is guarding Dale Ellis. That's going to be an interesting matchup now.
Whenever you switch out with a big guy on Magic like that, Magic will take advantage of it, particularly with Worthy, who knows how to get that good position. Strong, quick move to the middle.
Cooper will be guarding